Hello, Bubba. I'm Taylor. I'm your consultant. I'm here to show you some alternatives that I think can really help your business. As you know, your business has been digging itself in a hole the past handful of years, and we want to get you out of that. For starters, you're in a rural town in Arkansas. You know this, and you have around 18,000 residents. And I feel like we really haven't tapped into all the residents that are in your town, and I feel like we can get our reach out there more. I feel like there's a lot of people in this town that aren't coming to you for automotive lube and oil services that we can get to start coming in. As you know, the shop saw a steady increase in sales from 2014 to 2018, but overall, the shop is still losing money every year. And it's normal for a business to lose, not make any profit, actual net profit within the first handful of years. But it's been more than a couple years now, and it's kind of been a consistent thing. So we want to get you out of this pattern of not making any profit. We don't want to keep digging you in this hole of debt. Your business really does have the potential to make money. We just got to make smarter decisions. We need to cut costs in some places, and we can find ways to increase revenue even more, but we can get you out of this hole. So for starters, as you know, in 2014, the shop had a revenue of $85,000, and sales increased in 2015. You saw sales revenue of $110,000, and then 2016 through 2018, you had sales of $181,000, $220,000, and $314,000, which is really, really good. The shop has seen an estimated revenue increase of 46% per year. That is insanely good. You're nearly doubling your revenue every year, which is just amazing. But as you know, you were still losing money. You had losses of $7,000, $28,000, $42,000, and $165,000 from 2015 to 2018. But we can change this. There's just expenses that need to be taken out that we shouldn't be spending money on, and there's ways that we can increase your revenue even more so that you're making more than what you're spending on expenses. So here's a chart just showing you every year, even though your revenue is increasing, so is your expenses. And it's about, your expenses are always just a little bit more than what your revenue is. But you see here in 2017, your expenses were like nearly double what your revenue was. Obviously, we're wanting to change this. And so the possible alternatives I have for what we can do to get you out of this hole that we're in right now is committing to a promotional plan, focusing on only servicing trucks, and contracting with a truck company. So committing to a promotional plan, first off, I feel like is a good idea because Bubba currently has no promotion. It's an untapped market potential, and you can create brand awareness. So for one, to commit to a promotional plan, there's just all these customers. You have no marketing at all right now. You're not spending any expenses on that, and that leaves a huge chunk of people who don't know about your business, about your brand, that are all potential customers. And so we really want to tap into that. And of course, you want brand awareness because people have Bubba's Lube and Oil in their mind. They think, oh, if I need an oil change or whatever, they're going to come to you because it's in their head. Or if they're a customer and they know about your brand and they like it, they'll come back. And that's what we want. We want new customers, and we want customers to keep coming back. That's a steady revenue stream that we want. And then focusing on only servicing trucks, I think that this is more cost efficient than focusing on or servicing automobiles and trucks. I think there's some things for automobiles that you don't need to service trucks, and vice versa. And I think that overall, with expenses, I think you earn more profit from servicing trucks, and it's worth you earn more profit for your time working on the trucks. So I think just cutting off automobiles and only servicing trucks would cut down on a lot of expenses. And then contracting with a trucking company. This is a big one. So if you contract with a trucking company, it's obviously going to bring in more customers, but it's going to bring in a steady and consistent stream of revenue. So if you contract with a trucking company, they're going to constantly need service on their trucks. And they're going to have a large amount of trucks that need service. And they're going to need service at the same amount of time after, if you change the truck's oil, after a certain amount of months, it's going to need another oil change or anything like that. There's just going to be constantly trucks that need to be serviced. So this is going to give you a better idea of how much money you're going to have, a steady income of money. So it's going to have you a better idea of how much revenue you're bringing in a year, and you can kind of better cut expenses because you'll just be able to see all that better, and you want a steady revenue, because if you don't, if you're just focusing on servicing just random customers that you're not contracted with, you don't know if you might have days where there's 10, 20 customers, 30 customers, and you might have days where there's none, and you don't have a really good idea of how much you're going to make that year, and your revenue and things like that. And having a steady amount of customers is something that you really, really want. So, and then my recommendations overall is, I think the main thing is you should focus on a promotional plan. I think that's most important. I think that there's just such an untapped number of customers that you have not reached out to that could be bringing in a lot more revenue, and I think that's the key here. So I think the two main best things are social media promotion and billboard promotion. I think that with social media promotion, you're going to be able to promote to a lot of people pretty inexpensively. And the thing with social media is just about everyone is on it nowadays, and they spend hours on it, and it's just a large market that you're going to be able to reach, and you're going to be able to focus more in on the top of your demographic of person. You're going to be able to deal with all that a lot better. And then a billboard promotion, I would normally say don't do that because of the expenses, but because you're in such a rural area, it's going to be a lot cheaper to have a billboard. And if you have a billboard, because your business is located near a major highway, you're going to be able to have the billboard, and you could potentially have the billboard on the highway, and you could reach not only potential customers in your town that have not come into your shop, but also there's 47,000 people that pass that highway, and that's that don't live in that town, and that's potential customers that you could have. So, like I said, billboard promotion. Like everything I said, you're looking probably more around $15,000 per month for the billboard, because yours is more of a rural than a median-sized town. It's on the lower end. I would say it's going to be closer to $1,500 per month. So that's really good. It's going to be cheap, and you're going to be able to reach a lot of customers that are in your town and outside of your town. And then social media. Once again, it's low cost. It's easy to set up and use. Just about anybody can set up and use social media marketing. You can choose how much you want to spend on advertisement. You're really able to budget your money. The average Facebook user is 40 years old, so that's right in your demographic. And you can choose your demographic. The CPM for automotive is $4.50, and the CPC cost per click is 18 cents, so it's relatively cheap for the amount of people you're able to reach, because it's $1,000 per CPC, or 1,000 consumers per CPC. And then I estimate that at the end of it all, you'll earn $600,000 of revenue after 1 year of sales, $18,000 cost to promote the billboard after 1 year, 52% increase of 1 year of promotion, $10,000 cost of online promotion, and at the end of the day, you'll earn a net profit of $160,000, which will get you out of the hole that you are currently in, and you'll be making profit again, and that's what you really want. So